Typical in-season Tuesday. Guys are still a little sore from Saturday, which is understandable, but they fought through. It was a physical practice. So I was really impressed with the defensive front at the line of scrimmage today in the team run period. I think that's going to be critical in the game Saturday. With the tempo which Arizona State operates at, with the guys they have run it, DJ Foster, those guys. I mean, we're going to have to be really good up front Saturday, and so this was a good start of the week for the defensive guys up front that way. Obviously we all see the forecast coming for Saturday, and it's going to be warm, mid-90s. I think Arizona State ran 111 plays versus UCLA the other night, so both teams are going to go fast. So we really have to prepare ourselves, and it started today playing all of our available people in all three phases in the game, and because both teams are probably going to run upwards to the mid-90s to 90 plays in the game, plus special teams. So our rotations across the board in all three phases are really going to be critical Saturday. So that part started as well today. We appear relatively healthy from where we've been. Obviously, Jordan Simmons we touched on Saturday with the bone bruise. He'll be out here for a couple weeks. Trey was back in pads and did minimal work, but he did get through individual, which was positive. But all in all, everybody else seems to be in good shape.
You mentioned DJ Foster. Seems like kind of a really versatile and unique weapon for them. What kind of a player is he?
I mean, you hit the nail on the head. I don't know if there's a better word than versatile. I mean, he can run it. He can catch it out of the backfield. He can catch it as a wide receiver. He's hard to tackle. They use him in the screen game. He's all over the place. And not only with him, now they do it with the Balaj kid. They do it with the Demario Richard kid. All those backs are just kind of all over the place, and they make it hard on you. They give you every formation you could think of offensively, every motion, quarterback runs, and then they utilize the running backs in the passing game just about as good as anybody will see. So, and then DJ is so versatile that they can do all those things and be really effective.
The first team in the Pac-12 South that you play, and basically all five of your Pac-12 South opponents have more time to prepare for you than you have for them. How did that turn out, and how does that affect you?
I just noticed that too. I didn't think about it going into the season, and you just start looking at the schedule a little bit and lay the land, and I noticed the same thing. But really, Dan, this is so much of what we're doing is about us. We're coming out of these games on Saturday saying, gosh, we can be better at X, Y, and Z, and it's really not so much about the opponent. It's just us doing those little things right, and we're close. We're really close, and when we do, it'll be great. So the focus has been on us. Obviously, we're getting information from Arizona State about fronts or coverages or types of plays that they run offensively and all that stuff that help us produce a game plan. But ultimately, it's our ability to do the things that we're asked to do over and over and over again, which is an area that we need to improve upon, and I believe we can. We are gradually. It's a process. But, these guys everybody's getting a little bit more rest than we're getting. Everybody's getting a couple more days to stare at us rather than us stare at them. But that's okay. We'll be all right.
Have you ever seen it where nobody you play in the South plays the Saturday before they play you?
No, I didn't notice. I mean, I just noticed it, and I didn't really make that big of a deal about it.
How receptive have the running backs been to what you're talking about Sunday night about improving their ability to break tackles on the second level?
I thought they were good. A lot of that stuff has to be applied in our service periods, our scout team periods, because a lot of those runs get to the second level. When we go to our team run period, it's tough, and especially today, our defense was great. We had 10 straight plays that were really good in the line of scrimmage. So when we get to our scout team periods, it's about developing a plan, and it's not just getting to the second level and then just running straight ahead as fast as you can go. It's about the leverage of the safety. What's the safety? How's the safety coming to tackle me? What move can I anticipate using? Is it a straight arm? Is it a cutback? Is it with speed? Is it a dead leg and then accelerate again? And so it's developing that skill set. It's that toolbox of how to run. And so we just have to continue to coach it and develop their confidence, because it's not about ability. They're plenty talented guys, and so it's just a matter of practicing it and getting their awareness up about it. And I think they've been very good. They want to break long runs too, so they're willing to accept the coaching on it and work on it.
Do you think that vision and discernment is something that both Justin and Buck have?
Without a doubt. And they've shown it. You go back and look at the film from a year ago, they both had long runs and all those things and made people miss. It's just a matter of making it an emphasis. They're both really versatile guys. They're fun to coach. They catch the ball really well. They run the ball inside the tackles, outside the tackles really well. And now it's just that last little piece to their game that we want to take them to another level. And so do they. So it's fine. That's why we come to work every day.
Any update on Victor Blackwell?
Nothing.
Still?
Yes.
So he's kind of in limbo, or?
There is not even a limbo to be in. We haven't seen him in over 2 weeks.
Is he still on the team then?
We'll have to see whenever, if he wants to decide to come meet with me, then we'll talk about it.
Dewar Jackson played, of course, a lot on defense, a lot of snaps on offense. Now he's doing kick returns. Is there a ceiling that you're coming close to how much you can use, or does he keep surprising with what he can handle and keep coming out and doing more?
Well, I think there's I don't know if surprise is the right word. He continues to impress me. I mean, he practices really well, and that for a young guy is a unique trait. Sometimes you have to learn to practice at the level that you want, but I mean, he today was unique. He's on our punt return team as a frontline guy, a hold-up guy, and a potential blocker, and Nelson's back returning punts. And then when the twos go, he goes back and returns the punts. And I mean, he caught the punt today, and he ran like it was Saturday at 6:30 in the third quarter, and the game was on the line when he caught it. So he's just got a really good work ethic about him. Obviously, we have to monitor him, and his number of reps is something that we do monitor. He obviously had an impact in the game Saturday on defense with the forced interception, the third down breakup. We almost got him on the deep ball there on offense, and obviously almost broke a big kick return. So he's a talented guy, but it's not just about his talent. I think it's his work ethic, it's his preparation, it's a high football IQ. All those things lend to his role continuing to be what it is. This isn't, we talked about it 1 week into training camp. Boy, he's playing in all three phases, and it really hasn't diminished. Different games, there's been more of an emphasis one way or the other, but continues to impress us with his preparation.
What have you seen from Eric, from ASU defensively, from the sense of the group coming together after losing, so much?
Well, Coach Graham is a tremendous defensive coach. That's his expertise, and they're a very aggressive unit. They play a lot of man coverage in the secondary, and they do a good job of it. I think it was a little bit of an aberration. They missed some tackles the other night against UCLA, which is uncharacteristic for their defense. So, but all in all, they're an aggressive group. They're gonna try to make your quarterback uncomfortable. So we have to really be on point up front with our pass protection, our run game. In my opinion, the line of scrimmage is going to be huge Saturday on both sides of the ball. But from a defensive perspective of them, it's because they give you so much and they're so aggressive that they challenge your offensive front.
You guys have kind of gone in and out of the hurry-up offense. Can you talk about why you've done that?
Well, I think part of it is trying to find a rhythm, and when you can find that rhythm, it's a little easier to keep the pace where you want. Part of it is the flow of the game, and part of it is doing what's best for your team to win the game. And I try not to be stubborn. I try to do what's best for the team, and when there's a game or games when our defense has been on the field and I feel like I need to protect them some, I'm going to slow it down a little bit. And I'm going to protect those guys to make sure that when they get to go back on the field, they're fresh and ready to go so that we can get the ball back. When you get a lead, it's a little easier to slow down at times as well, especially last Saturday with Oregon State. And so it's a variety of reasons why we do what we do. But the beauty of it is that we have that versatility in our offense to do that. We can speed up, we can slow down, we can use multiple personnel groupings and formations to take advantage of what suits us best to go try to win the game.
Do one more?
Something I meant to ask you about the other day. You went for it on 4th and 1 from your own 35 in the third quarter. What was the mindset behind that, or the thinking behind it?
I've learned in this process of being a coordinator and then becoming a head coach, and and now being here back as a head coach, you have to have somewhat of a personality about you, an identity about you, and we've been very aggressive, and we'll continue to be aggressive. And again, flow of the game, timing. There's opportunities to go